In today's video, I'm going to show you how I compare the $95 Capital One Venture Rewards credit card to its bigger brother, the $395 annual fee Capital One Venture X, with the sole purpose of differentiating the benefits between the two and ultimately if there is more value in paying for the high annual fee or if the best option is to go with the $95 Venture Rewards. My goal is to get anyone who's on the fence about getting the Venture X or the Venture Rewards credit card and show them the value that these cards have, but also help them make a decision about which one is right, because a lot of people are stuck between the two and recognize that these are some of the best travel cards in the game. So let's go. All right, we're gonna dive right in. On this channel, in head-to-head style videos, I like to boil the two cards up for comparison, really by focusing on the most important features that matter to most people. In this, we're gonna break that down in 4 different ways. First, by talking about the rewards redemption, looking at the mile multipliers you get on the different cards and how much you can actually earn in different spending categories. Then we'll talk about perks in holding the card. Finally, the last way I want to compare the two head-to-head is by plugging the numbers into the max rewards calculator. I also want to mention, if at any time you're considering getting one of these two cards or any other card that I discuss on the channel, oftentimes you'll have affiliate links right below in the description of the video that you can actually use to support the channel for free and also give you access to the sign-up bonuses that are currently available. So it's a great win-win for you and a free way to help out the channel as well. Now, the first way I want to compare these cards, like I said, is on earning rewards points and the differences between the two. The first 2 things you need to know about rewards points, though, for Capital One is that first, Capital One uses the term miles when describing what most companies call rewards points. So the language is kind of interchangeable in between these two, but when you see miles, you can think points. The second is we have some high multipliers with both of these cards. So to earn those, you actually have to book through the Capital One travel portal, which is an awesome resource, but that is the only way you're credited for the above average rewards with these cards. So keep that in mind if you were to actually go ahead and lock one of these in. The difference in the two cards is relatively simple. The Venture Rewards card earns 5x miles per dollar on hotels and rental cars, again, when booked through that Capital One travel portal. On every other purchase that you spend, you earn 2x miles on the $95 Venture Rewards card. Now, the Venture X does stretch this a little bit further. They have a 10x category, and in that category, those are hotels and rental cars, again, booked through Capital One. They also introduce flights as a 5x category. This is not something that the Capital One Venture Rewards has, but the Capital One Venture X brings out. And this is a really important category because flights are one of the most expensive purchase categories when you book travel. These being travel cards, it's something right off the bat to consider in your spending. The same as the Venture Rewards, the Capital One Venture X adds in a 2x multiplier on every other purchase you make. The biggest takeaway here, other than the obvious thinking about how many flights and travel trips you're gonna take, a way that will take advantage of the higher multipliers on the Venture X, is that these are actually both great catch-all cards. If you're someone who likes a simple card setup where you don't have to think about what you're pulling out of your wallet, the Venture X is going to be almost just as good as the Venture Rewards with that 2x multiplier on miles that you get for every other spending category. Okay, let's look at some card perks. Again, card perks are defined as benefits that you get really just from holding the card, and there are plenty of these, with most of them focused around travel. Before we talk through the travel perks though, the biggest perk that you get on almost any credit card is going to be the sign-up bonus. And for the Capital One Venture Rewards and the Capital One Venture X, they have the exact same sign-up bonus. The biggest takeaway that I look at right away is that the Venture Rewards has incredible value here. It's pretty rare to see a sign-up bonus that matches the premium version in a card lineup, but the Venture Rewards does that with the exact same bonus as the Venture X. So you don't lose anything by staying at that lower annual fee with the Venture Rewards. However, when we're talking about differentiation between the two, travel perks is where it really starts to stretch. Let's look at one of my favorite perks, lounge access to start. The Capital One Venture Rewards offers you lounge access through two brands of lounges, Capital One lounges and Plaza Premium lounges. Now at first glance, you're gonna think that maybe 2 complimentary visits, which is what you get every single year by holding the Venture Rewards to either of these lounges, well, that's gonna be enough to still experience that lounge life without having to jump for the higher annual fee. However, I will tell you that Capital One lounges are just in their infancy. They're still being built out. There's really 3 right now across the country that you can access here in the United States. Plaza Premium isn't much better. While they have over 100 lounges worldwide, only 2 right now exist in the United States. However, the Venture X Rewards does a whole lot better and opens the door for true lounge access. In addition to Capital One and Plaza Premium, they also allow you unlimited access to both of those, but also the Priority Pass Lounge network. When you add nearly 50 Priority Pass lounges available across the United States, that puts you into a whole different tier. And with unlimited access, you'll have plenty of opportunities to enjoy free coffee, almost all you can eat stuff, drinks, great seating, just a great environment to escape the hustle and bustle of your typical airport. So it's something that if you're looking for that luxury airline experience, definitely becomes a part of that and is an area where the Venture X excels and really pulls away from the Venture Rewards. Hertz rental upgrades is another built-in perk with both of these cards. On the Venture Rewards, you get the Hertz 5-star status automatically, which includes a 1-class car upgrade, and when you book on the card through Hertz, a 25% multiplier on every dollar that you spend in their rewards program. The Venture X takes that one step up with a Hertz President Circle status guaranteed automatically. The Hertz President Circle guarantees you a 1-class car upgrade. You also get a 50% multiplier on every dollar you spend through the Hertz program, and you get a direct line for Hertz access either to book cars or help on the road, which can really come in handy if you're booking an extended trip and you want that safety net of knowing that they got you if anything were to go wrong. Both of these cards also come with unique hotel perks. When booking with the Venture Rewards, you'll get access to Lifestyle Collection hotels. Benefits you'll get when booking these include room upgrades, no minimum stay requirements, and a $50 experience credit for you to use for hotel activities when charged to your room. With the Venture X, you get even broader access with access to the same Lifestyle Collection, but also the Premier Collection of hotels. You'll get room upgrades as well, also daily breakfast included for 2 with your stay, and a $100 experience credit to make your stay just that much better. Regardless, if you're looking at using either of these cards as a way to enjoy life and have a little bit more fun and treat yourself, the Premier Collection could be a consideration for a place you'd want to stay, and it's really nice to build in an extra credit for your visit on either side when you get there. Now there are some last benefits that you want to keep in mind on both of these cards that are really going to play in when we add up the value of these in our next section in the Max Rewards calculator. These benefits are both cards offer an $100 credit to use on global entry or TSA pre-check. These will help expedite your experience in the airport, and they both cost under $100 and last for 5 years, so that will take care of that for free for you. The Venture X also adds on an additional $300 travel statement credit that can be used on pretty much any flight, hotel, or rental booked through the Capital One travel portal, so that's some extra benefit there that you get automatically because you're paying an elevated annual fee. The Venture Rewards does not have any sort of travel credit like that built into that card. The last additional perk I want to mention on the Venture X is that you get 10,000 miles every single card member anniversary, and this has a cash value of a minimum of $100. So just another boost again to keep you as a loyal member, but also eat away at that annual fee that you pay to hold the card. As you can see from all of these travel perks, consider that the Venture X does put some distance between the Venture Rewards in these categories. However, travel perks are only as valuable as the opportunities that you have to use them. So obviously, you want to start to imagine what trips you're going to take over the next year or while you'll be using these cards, and how much you'll use things like lounge access, want to book rental cars as a part of your travel, or potentially access the premier hotel collection that they offer and take advantage of those statement credits. If you're thinking, hey, I might do that a lot, I would start to look and lean more towards the X. However, if you're thinking I may only do a couple times a year or that stuff just doesn't matter, well, we're gonna see if the Venture Rewards stacks up financially to the Venture X, because you may be looking just at getting that card as a great option for the lower side of the traveling times per year. This does bring us though to our Max Rewards calculator, where we can actually see the annual value that you get on both of these cards side by side. Again, if this is the first video that you're watching on this channel, what the Max Rewards calculator is I take an army of researchers. I call them the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And what those researchers do for me is they study people just like you and me to create an average spend every single year that someone would go through. So I took that research and I took all the possible expenses that someone could or would charge to a credit card and broke it out by the different categories. For the Venture X and Venture Rewards, we're specifically also including categories with those higher 5x and 10x mile multipliers, so you truly can see the value of these two cards side by side. So diving into this calculator, you can see a typical person will spend about $33,000 worth of expenses that they'll charge to a credit card in the year. Out of these typical spending habits, on the Venture Rewards, you can expect to earn $683 in a year, where the Venture X, with those elevated multipliers, brings you in about $731 every single year. However, the value of the cards, of course, don't stop there, with the 75,000 mile sign-up bonus, which is valued at least at $750 on both cards. Again, you could take advantage of the 75,000 bonus miles right now at the links in the description of this video. However, on both of these cards, we're going to include realistic and useful credits that you're likely going to use. And that's the $100 TSA pre-check or global entry credit you get on both. And on the Venture X, we're going to add in that $300 travel credit, which Venture Rewards, again, does not have. This brings us a minimum cash value on both of these cards of the Venture Rewards with $1,533, and the Venture X bringing you a minimum value of $1,881. Now I say minimum because when you take the miles that you'll earn on either of these cards and connect them with one of 15 transfer partners, you can actually redeem those miles for increased value, and that value can take you up to 2 cents a mile, whereas the typical mile is redeemed for about 1 cent of value. And if you stretch it there, the maximum with all of these factors added in will take the Venture Rewards to a value of $2,966, where the Venture X will be at a value of $3,362. Of course, no comparison would be complete without accounting for the annual fee. When you do that, the Capital One Venture Rewards card will at minimum provide an effective annual value to you of $1,438. But on the high end, if you maximize your miles, up to $2,871. However, on the other side, the Capital One Venture X will provide a minimum effective annual value of $1,486 and an even higher high-end effective annual value of $2,967. Those numbers laid out there, just wow. You can see on both cards why they're regarded as some of the best in the game because of all the surplus value you get just from continuing to spend within your normal habits. Again, I will always encourage you, no matter what card you're considering, to pay off your balance in full every single time so you can take true advantage of all the benefits from different credit card companies and use that as more value to you. So the final verdict. As I look at these cards from my perspective, again, it jumps out to me that you almost can't make a wrong decision. However, I know that even though there are two good options, you still want to make the best decision for yourself, And that's the approach that I took when considering both the Venture Rewards and the Venture X. Even though I know on the low end, if I don't try to max out my miles for extra value, I'm still making a surplus value with these cards of over $1,400 no matter which one I choose. It still comes down to me, which perks will I get and enjoy the most when I'm actively using these cards and having them on me. I feel that you've got to make your decision on both of these dependent on how many times you're traveling throughout the next year. In my opinion, if you're traveling less than 3 times in the next year, you may not take advantage of the full credits and opportunities that are offered on the $395 annual fee Venture X. In that case, I recommend the Venture Rewards. You still get great benefits and you are getting a great added value into your life just from keeping up your normal spending habits. When you're in that middle 3 to 5 trip range, which is going to be me personally over the next year, and I break down trips into anything where you're booking a rental car, a hotel stay for at least a night, or a flight. And you could really choose between either of those cards in that stage and come to a pretty equivalent decision. You may not take advantage of every single perk on the Venture X, and you're definitely going to get a lot of value over the Venture Rewards, but you could go either way and be fine. However, if you cross that 5 trip threshold, you probably want to pick the Venture X because you are a frequent traveler and you will enjoy those benefits that you get just from holding the card and probably spend your way through all of the credits that you get from being a card member. All that being said, thank you for watching until this point, and I hope this video really helped you learn about these 2 cards, but also make a decision one way or another as if it's right for you. We're constantly creating content that's new and helpful on this channel, so if you'd like to subscribe, you'll see a lot more of this same similar style credit card help content coming your way. We also introduce new things all the time. Recently, I partnered with our new friends Ondar, who make wallets and lifestyle gear, for a 15% off discount code, which I'll link below in the description. So stick around for things like that too. Now, if you're looking for more videos, I'll link 2 of these videos next for cool cards that you can pair with either of the Venture cards that make for a great 2-card setup to really get you going in your credit card journey.